Hello everybody, this is Solar Tiger with another video on my model railway layout, Solarton. So this is a Solarton update. So this is my N-gauge model railway, or the beginnings of it. It's a shelf layout. The shelf's about 8 inches deep from front to back, and the main section here is about 3.5 foot long. And I'm having an extension on that side, and I'm probably not going to use that shelf. I'm going to probably use another 3.5 footer to go all the way along there, and I'm probably going to put another one on this side. It might be that one because it's shorter, or I might go with a longer one, I don't know. But today is Sunday the 11th of February, and today I spent my time ballasting my track. I watched many videos on eBay about ballasting track, and this is my track. Just showing it to you. This is the track. I've never ballasted track before, so this is my first go at it. So the ballast I'm using is this fine granite ballast that I bought on eBay for about £5 for 500 grams, and that's what I have left after ballasting my track, so obviously I got plenty spare. The ballast is glued down with a mixture of wood glue and water. It's pretty runny, so that's what I use. This is wood glue, which I've had around for many years, and unfortunately when I went to squeeze the bottle to make the glue come out, the bottle decided to crack, because this glue is a good few years old, and the plastic bottle has deteriorated, but the glue is inside it is fine. So you mix equal parts of water and glue and give it a good mix, and then I use this pipette to apply it to the ballast. So what I did is I used this teaspoon to scatter the ballast onto the track. So what I did first is I did the edges of the ballast first, making sure I worked the ballast in between the sleepers, and then I did in between the tracks. See if I can focus. In between the tracks, and importantly, the sleepers must show through, and the ballast must not be higher than the sleepers, otherwise it can foul the axles of your locomotives and wagons. And also you want to keep the inside shoulder of the track clear of any ballast, as that can cause derailments of your trains. The points were a real pain to ballast, because obviously you need to fill the gaps in, but make sure that you don't jam up the mechanism, which I found a bit fiddly. There are gaps here where the point mechanism is, and I'd have to get where the spring is, because putting ballast in there jams up the mechanism and then your points won't work. So I'm having to work around that. I'm not sure how people ballast their points, but that's what we got so far. Now the glue will take about 24 hours to dry, and I tried to quicken this up by setting up a fan to blow over the ballast to help speed it up, and the area that was nearer to the fan has dried, and the area furthest away is not dry, so that's how that is. Now, some thoughts I've had on my layout. The only locomotive I have is this Southern, N-Gage loco. It's a 060 Graham Farish loco. But this loco has a plastic body. The body is all plastic and it's all one colour. And I have this matching brake van, Southern Railway. So Southern locomotive, Southern brake van. Now, I've done research on eBay and I've discovered that these two are out of a starter set, or train set, and the train set contains one or two other wagons which I don't have. I was sold these ones as a bundle. Now, most of the other locomotives I've seen have a metal body and more detail and more than one colour of paint, and I bought another body because I thought I could swap it, as you saw in the last video, well, as I mentioned in the last video, but when the body came it didn't fit. So I've got a nice metal body, but I don't have a chassis to put it on. So anyway, this is a Southern locomotive. Now, I bought a GWR body because I thought it would be easier to model the Great Western Railway. So I wanted to swap the body and then I would have to buy GWR rolling stock. So what I'm thinking now is that I will probably buy another loco, but only if I can find one at a reasonable price, a GWR loco, and then I can collect some GWR wagons. But for the moment I have this Southern loco, and the only Southern wagon I have is this brake van. The other wagons I have down here are from a modern era, which does not match the era of the locomotive. So I will, if I want to go with this loco, I'll have to buy some Southern Railway wagons and a Southern Railway carriage, maybe one, for this sort of branch line local service. They probably only use one carriage, so I can have one carriage to go with this loco. But I would really want to buy another loco, a GWR loco, and then I can collect GWR wagons and a GWR carriage, or on a branch line they might have typically have used a diesel rail car. Diesel rail cars are expensive, out of my budget at the moment. If I bought a locomotive I would be looking to spend, say, around £20 and not a lot more, but I have seen locos on eBay for frightful prices, and if you buy anything that's kit built then prices go into the hundreds, and that's out of my budget. I'm going with a simple DC railway rather than the more technical DCC type of railway, where you can put more than one loco on the track, but only one loco will move when you turn the controller on, and which loco moves is determined by a code that you punch in on the controller, and that matches a code on a decoder that's mounted inside the loco. So you can have 2 or 3 locos on the track and operate one of them at a time without the others moving, but that's more technical and much more expensive. You need to have DCC enabled locos, and you need to have a DCC enabled controller, which I don't have, and this is a budget model railway, so it's going to be a DC only, and I will run one loco at a time. And at the moment I only have one loco anyway, but with the price of N-Gage locos I will not be buying too many at the prices that I've seen. So I'm looking out for a reasonably priced GWR loco around the £20 mark, and some cheap wagons of either the Southern Railway or the Great Western Railway, and one passenger carriage of each railway to run with my locomotive. So this is modelled on a branch line, so the passenger service will be a single carriage and a small tank type loco like this. So this is my layout, which is called Solarton, as my power supply is from 12-volt batteries that are charged by solar power. Most people will run their railway off of the mains with a mains power supply and controller, or a combi transformer controller like you get in train sets. So what I'm thinking as a plan for my layout is station. This is a siding at the moment, but if I extend over here, that'll be the main line. This siding here will have an engine shed on it here, and what I'm thinking about here is a coal bunker and a water crane just here on the approach to the engine shed. And then over here at the moment we have a simple siding type fiddle yard, but when I extend over here, which is what this track gives you some idea, this trackage will connect to this arm, this side here, to pass round. This will then become a siding, which I'll put a short bit on here, and then it can become maybe a goods area or a factory. So I might put a sort of goods shed or goods platform area on there. Now if I put an extension on this side, it will probably be either some sort of industry, or maybe a mine or something, somewhere to send my wagons to. So industry like a coal mine or factories or something on here. And on this side, as I said in a previous video, I was thinking of going to maybe a mainline terminus where the branch line starts from a side platform, something like that maybe. But this is early stages and these are just ideas. So I'm thinking now to put a 3.5 foot shelf from here over to about here, so I'd have to clear some things, move my light, which I have a convenient hole that I can put it in here. I can move that pole over to here. So that's the idea. I need to find some sort of scenic backdrop to put on the wall over there. So I'm also looking for some scenic material to fill this, trees and grass and stuff like that I'm looking for. I will probably rejig this power supply system. This box is connected to a cable that runs all the way around the room, behind the aquarium, over to there, because that box over there contains my storage batteries. I have 3 storage batteries, 12-volt sealed lead acid batteries. They are housed in that box over there, and that's what's powering all my 12-volt stuff, such as my lights over there and battery chargers and USB things and stuff like that. And I have a feed all the way around here. That light on the wall's 12 volts. Comes over here to this box that is supplying the railway and the floodlight over there. So that's how my railway is set up. I'm looking to change it because I need to have the light wired in permanently, because I need the socket for other things. Socket to plug my soldering iron in and stuff, so I need that socket free and the light to be on. So now I'm building a budget model railway, so I'm collecting things as and when I can afford it and when I see good deals. I've been doing a lot of research online, watching many videos on YouTube, and one channel that I found quite useful was called Budget Model Railways, and it's all about building model railways on a low cost budget. I learned things from that. So this is Solar Tiger with an update on my layout called Solarton. So until next time, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and comment, and I will see you next time. Thank you.